Lower Moon 6 Kamanue. Kamanue holds the rank of Lower Moon 6, but is one of the least significant demons in the story. He is introduced during Muzan Kibutsuji's meeting with the Lower Moons, where Muzan expresses his disappointment in their weakness. Kamanue, terrified of Muzan, tries to speak up and justify his failures, but Muzan mercilessly kills him before he can finish. Kamanue's brief appearance serves to show Muzan's ruthlessness and the fear he instills in his subordinates. Unlike other demons, Kamanue has no significant backstory, abilities, or battles showcased in the series. His quick death emphasizes just how little Muzan values failure, and foreshadows the impending massacre of most of the Lower Moons during this meeting. Lower Moon 5 Rui. Rui is the demon responsible for the events on Nadagumo Mountain, and one of the most recognizable demons in Demon Slayer. He holds the rank of Lower Moon 5 and is the central antagonist of this arc. Rui's blood demon art allows him to create razor-sharp threads made from his own cells, which he can manipulate at will. These threads are incredibly strong, capable of slicing through flesh, bone, and even Nichiren blades. Rui uses them to form webs, cages, and traps, creating a deadly territory where he controls every thread's movement with lethal precision. Rui's obsession with family stems from his human past. As a sickly child, he was turned into a demon by Muzan to save his life. However, after killing and eating humans, including his own parents, Rui's humanity warped into a desire for a perfect family. He forcibly turned other demons into his mother, father, and siblings, binding them through fear and power rather than love. His fight against Tanjiro and Nezuko is one of the series' most iconic moments. When Rui captures Nezuko, Tanjiro unlocks Hinokami Kagura, the first time viewers see the Dance of the Fire God in action. Even with this new power, Tanjiro is outmatched until Giyu Tomioka arrives and finishes Rui with 11th form, Dead Calm. Rui's story is tragic. His final moments show that even as a demon, part of him still longed for genuine familial love. His death is a powerful example of Demon Slayer's recurring theme. Demons are often victims of their own tragic pasts. Lower Moon 4 Mukago. Mukago was the demon who held the rank of Lower Moon 4. Unlike many other demons, she was not ambitious or battle-hungry. She openly admitted she was afraid of fighting the Hashira. This moment sets her apart from the other Lower Moons, as it shows that not every demon under Muzan is fearless or loyal by choice. Her cowardice, however, seals her fate. Muzan kills her instantly for voicing her fear, demonstrating not just his power, but also his intolerance for any demon who shows weakness or questions him. Mukago's death is more than just another execution scene. It emphasizes that the Lower Moons were failing Muzan's expectations so badly that he would soon disband them entirely. Her brief moment of honesty serves as a stark contrast to demons like Rui or Enmu, who fully embrace their roles as killers, and it reminds the audience that many demons are still driven by fear rather than loyalty. Lower Moon 3 Wakuraba. Wakuraba held the rank of Lower Moon 3, and, like most of the other Lower Moons, met his end during Muzan Kibutsuji's purge of the group. However, unlike Kamanue and Mukago, Wakuraba showed a degree of self-preservation and cunning. When Muzan begins killing the Lower Moons, Wakuraba uses his exceptional speed to try to escape, rather than beg for his life. His attempt to flee highlights that he valued survival over loyalty, and he nearly succeeded in creating distance between himself and Muzan. However, Muzan effortlessly kills him mid-flight, proving that no matter how fast or resourceful a demon is, they are still completely powerless against him. Wakuraba's brief display of rebellion contrasts with the other Lower Moons who either froze in fear or tried to reason with Muzan. His death reinforces Muzan's absolute control, not through fear alone, but through sheer, inescapable power. Lower Moon 2 Rokuro. Rokuro was the demon who held the rank of Lower Moon 2. He is introduced during Muzan Kibutsuji's meeting with the Lower Moons, the same meeting where most of them are killed. Unlike Mukago or Kamanue, Rokuro shows boldness in front of Muzan. When Muzan berates the group for their weakness, Rokuro arrogantly demands more of Muzan's blood and power so that he can become stronger. This act of defiance is a rare moment, as very few demons ever dare to make requests of Muzan. Muzan's response is immediate. He kills Rokuro on the spot for his insolence. Rokuro's death serves as a reminder that no demon, no matter their rank, can challenge Muzan's authority. His arrogance stands in stark contrast to the fearfulness of the other Lower Moons, highlighting just how hopeless any form of rebellion or ambition is under Muzan's rule. Lower Moon 1 Enmu. Enmu is the final surviving Lower Moon after Muzan's purge, and is the main antagonist of the Mugen Train arc. Unlike the other Lower Moons, Enmu displays absolute loyalty to Muzan. Instead of begging for mercy or attempting to flee, Enmu expresses gratitude to Muzan for allowing him to live, which is likely why Muzan spares him. Enmu's blood demon art allows him to put people to sleep and manipulate their dreams. By touching or fusing with a target, he can trap them in a dream world where he has complete control. His ability to enter and destroy people's spiritual cores makes him a uniquely dangerous demon, as killing the spiritual core results in the victim's death even in the real world. Enmu is also able to merge his body with inanimate objects, which he does on the Mugen train by fusing with the entire train itself. This makes him a massive, grotesque demon with near-limitless regenerative ability as long as the train cars remain intact. Despite his cunning and powerful ability, Enmu is ultimately defeated by Tanjiro and Inosuke, with Kyojuro Rengoku playing a crucial role in protecting the passengers. Enmu's loyalty to Muzan and sadistic enjoyment of human suffering make him one of the most chilling demons in the series. His death also marks the end of the Lower Moons entirely, as Muzan's earlier purge left him as the last remaining member of their ranks. Upper Moon 6 Daki and Gyutaro. Upper Moon 6 is unique because it is shared by two demons, Daki and her older brother Gyutaro. They serve as the main antagonists of the Entertainment District arc. The two share a single body. While Daki fights in her own form, Gyutaro resides within her body and can emerge when needed. Daki's blood demon art allows her to manipulate deadly sashes made of her own flesh. These sashes can be used as whips, shields, or restraints, and are strong enough to slice through buildings and people with ease. Daki uses them to fight at range, control the battlefield, and even hide her severed head to prevent death by decapitation. Gyutaro's blood demon art manifests as dual sickles made from his blood, which he can launch as poisoned projectiles. His combat style is brutal and relentless, focusing on up-close fighting combined with long-range blood slashes that cut through anything in their path. The two siblings have a tragic backstory. As humans, they were born into poverty and abuse. Daki, originally named Umi, was burned alive after injuring a samurai. Gyutaro found her and went on a rampage before both siblings were turned into demons. Their bond, forged through mutual suffering and survival, explains why they share the same Upper Moon rank. Their battle against Tanjiro, Nezuko, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tengen Uzui is one of the most intense fights in the series. Daki and Gyutaro complement each other perfectly. While Daki controls the battlefield, Gyutaro attacks from deadly angles. The battle ends with both siblings finally being decapitated simultaneously, the only way to kill them. In their final moments, Daki and Gyutaro share a heartfelt farewell, reaffirming that, despite their cruelty as demons, their love for each other as siblings never wavered. Upper Moon 5 Gyokko. Gyokko is the demon who holds the rank of Upper Moon 5 and serves as one of the primary antagonists of the Swordsmith Village arc. His appearance is grotesque. He has a pot-shaped body with multiple small arms and a head resembling that of a fish. Gyokko is arrogant, artistic to the point of obsession, and takes great pride in his creations, which are often horrific, mutilated corpses that he arranges like art. Gyokko's blood demon art allows him to summon and control water-based creatures and objects from the magical pots that make up his body. He can spawn deadly fish-like demons, launch projectiles, and even teleport between his pots. His techniques emphasize unpredictability and overwhelming numbers, forcing opponents to deal with constant waves of attacks. Gyokko also has a unique ability to transform his body into a more powerful, humanoid form covered in scales, which grants him significantly enhanced speed, strength, and reflexes. During the Swordsmith Village arc, Gyokko targets the swordsmiths in an attempt to halt the Demon Slayer Corps' ability to make new Nichiren swords. He faces off against Muichiro Tokito, the Mist Hashira. Despite Gyokko's confidence, Muichiro's exceptional swordsmanship allows him to easily outmaneuver and ultimately decapitate Gyokko, ending his reign as Upper Moon 5. Gyokko's character highlights both the creativity and horror of Muzan's demons. His obsession with art mirrors the way many demons cling to warped aspects of their humanity even after their transformation. Upper Moon 4 Hantengu. Hantengu holds the rank of Upper Moon 4 and is introduced during the Swordsmith Village arc. He is a cowardly demon who constantly insists on his innocence and weakness, portraying himself as a victim even while committing atrocities. Hantengu's blood demon art is one of the most unique among the Upper Moons. When his head is cut off, he can create powerful clones that each represent a different emotion: joy, sorrow, anger, pleasure, and others. Each clone has its own distinct appearance and fighting style, making him one of the most versatile demons in battle. As the fight progresses, these clones can merge into stronger forms, with Zohakuten, the Hatred clone, being the most dangerous. Zohakuten uses a wooden dragon construct to attack with immense power, overwhelming even skilled demon slayers. Hantengu's true body, however, remains small and weak. While his clones are powerful, the real Hantengu hides and runs, emphasizing his cowardly nature. This forces Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Genya to balance fighting his clones while hunting down the original body before sunrise. Eventually, Tanjiro manages to decapitate the real Hantengu, just as dawn breaks, killing him. Hantengu's final moments show that even in death, he continued to see himself as the victim, blaming everyone but himself for his actions. Upper Moon 3, Akaza. Akaza is the demon who holds the rank of Upper Moon 3 and is one of Muzan Kibutsuji's most loyal and powerful subordinates. He is a master of martial arts and close-quarters combat, using his immense strength and speed to overwhelm even the strongest demon slayers. Akaza's blood demon art is called Destructive Death, a unique style that combines martial arts with powerful shockwave attacks generated by his punches and kicks. These shockwaves are fast, precise, and devastating, making him nearly unbeatable in hand-to-hand combat. Before becoming a demon, Akaza was a human named Hakuji, who was deeply devoted to his fiancée Koyuki. After Koyuki and her father were poisoned by a rival dojo, Hakuji lost control and killed 67 men in revenge. Muzan encountered him afterward and turned him into a demon. Akaza's tragic backstory explains his hatred for weakness and his fixation on strength and honor. Akaza is best known for his fight in the Mugen Train arc against Kyojuro Rengoku, the Flame Hashira. Their battle is one of the most iconic in the series, showcasing both Rengoku's unyielding spirit and Akaza's terrifying power. Despite suffering grievous injuries, Rengoku refuses to back down, ultimately dying while protecting the Mugen Train passengers. Akaza later fights Tanjiro and Giyu Tomioka, where his humanity briefly resurfaces. In a rare moment of redemption, Akaza willingly stops regenerating and allows himself to die, recognizing the person he used to be and rejecting Muzan's control. Upper Moon 2 Doma. Doma is the demon who holds the rank of Upper Moon 2 and is one of the most sadistic and emotionless demons in Muzan's ranks. Outwardly charismatic and cheerful, Doma hides his complete lack of empathy behind a polite and friendly demeanor, making him one of the most unsettling characters in Demon Slayer. Doma's blood demon art revolves around ice manipulation. He can generate ice from his body and create deadly constructs such as fans, spikes, and frozen lotuses. His ice attacks are not only lethal, but also infused with a special poison that slows down and weakens anyone it touches. Before becoming a demon, Doma was the leader of a religious cult. Even as a human, he lacked the ability to feel emotions, which made him eerily detached from the suffering around him. After becoming a demon, he used his cult to lure in victims, killing and eating them without remorse. Doma is responsible for the deaths of two major characters, Kanai Kocho, the flower Hashira, and later Shinobu Kocho, the insect Hashira. However, Shinobu sacrifices herself by filling her body with wisteria poison, which fatally weakens Doma during his final battle. With Shinobu's poison in effect, Kanao Tsuyuri and Inosuke Hashibira work together to finally decapitate Doma. Doma's polite mannerisms and cheerful cruelty make him one of the most terrifying demons in the series. His death is one of the most satisfying moments for viewers, as it avenges both Shinobu and Kanai. Upper Moon 1 Kokushibo. Kokushibo is the demon who holds the rank of Upper Moon 1 and is the strongest member of the 12 Kazuki beneath Muzan himself. He was once a human named Michikatsu Tsugikuni, the twin brother of Yoriichi Tsugikuni, the creator of sun breathing and the strongest demon slayer in history. Unlike most demons, Kokushibo was once a skilled demon slayer and one of the first users of moon breathing, a breathing style he created as a derivative of sun breathing. After failing to surpass his brother Yoriichi, Michikatsu accepted Muzan's blood and became a demon, gaining immortality and immense power, but ultimately losing his humanity. Kokushibo's blood demon art allows him to manifest countless crescent-shaped blades with each attack, overwhelming opponents with unpredictable slashes. Combined with his centuries of combat experience, Kokushibo is an almost insurmountable opponent. In the series, Kokushibo battles three Hashira, Sanemi Shinazugawa, Gyomei Himejima, and Muichiro Tokito, alongside Genya Shinazugawa. Even against such powerful demon slayers, Kokushibo proves nearly unstoppable. He kills Muichiro and gravely injures the others before being defeated through their combined efforts. Kokushibo's final moments are deeply tragic. As he dies, he sees the reflection of his younger self and realizes that his centuries of life as a demon brought him nothing but emptiness. His story highlights one of Demon Slayer's central themes. Even the strongest demons cannot escape the consequences of abandoning their humanity. Like and subscribe for more videos.